Morning peeps, good morning everyone, how are we all doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing very, very well. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget as well to like and share the vids. Also, don't forget, give me a follow on Instagram if you haven't already done it. @Oladipo is the Instagram handle. All right, a couple of things. Firstly, I hope it isn't too dark in here. I didn't bring any light and stuff with me. I had no intention of filming, if I'm honest with you. I have got a window right in front of me, which is bringing in some light, but the apartment that I use when I'm in Nigeria here is actually quite dark. So apologies if it is a bit dark. I'm not quite sure how we're gonna fix that. I can go and get a couple of lights from somewhere, I guess, but yeah, this might be the best we can do. I am in Nigeria, as I just said. I'm here for another 8 or 9 days. I fly back to London on the 11th of September. I stay in London for a couple of days, then I go out to America for Canelo GGG. It's just a nice little break for me. I felt like I needed to hit that pause button. I feel like I've been doing event after event after event and TalkSport and DAZN and other bits and pieces, and I just want a little break. And my mum's here right now as well, so it's gonna be nice to surprise her. She doesn't know that I'm in Nigeria unless she watches my videos, which I'm not quite sure she does. So I'm gonna go and surprise her. I've got a few friends flying over from Ghana. So yeah, just a little break. Press the reset button, as I said. I'm in a place called Ikoyi in Nigeria. I'll give you a bit of a geography lesson. So, well, a bit of a geography lesson, a bit of a lesson as to where you go in Nigeria when you're in Nigeria, or at least in Lagos. So there's a place called Ikoyi where I am. There's another place called Banana Island where all the millionaires are. There's a place called Lekki, you might have heard of that, and there's a place called Victoria Island. They're all probably within sort of 20 minutes of each other, if that. And that's kind of where you want to be in Nigeria. There's loads of bars, loads of restaurants, nice little coffee shops. It really is. And Nigeria does nothing for its tourism, but it's such a nice place to be. Like, there is no place, I'm not even joking, I've traveled a lot. There's no place in the world I'd rather be when I get a little break than Nigeria. I've been here a lot in the last few years and I really enjoy it. All right, enough of that. Let's talk boxing. Again, we didn't plan on doing this video, so let's see what there is to talk about. Let's start with this one, Andy Ruiz. I'm not here to lose weight and be skinny. It's not a body contest. It's true. It's true. But if losing a bit of weight can help him in his speed and his feet movement and his hand speed and his cardio, then lose a bit of weight. And there's no doubt for me, him losing a bit of weight will help him with all those things. So yes, he's right. This isn't a bodybuilding contest. I mean, you only have to look at Tyson Fury, right? It's not about that. But if losing a bit of weight can help you in the areas that I feel like he needs improvement in, then do it. I'm looking forward to seeing what he touched down on the scales at. I'm thinking it will be around 260. 260 would be good. I think a 250, 245 Andy Ruiz would be interesting, but 260, bear in mind, it was, what was he for the AJ fight? Nearly 300 or over 300, which is just horrendous. So yeah, let's see what he's like. I'm looking forward to that fight. We're going to do a separate video on that one. Remember that fight Saturday or the early hours of Sunday morning for us UK fight fans. Hearn on Fury Usyk. I don't think it's a very entertaining fight, but it's very intriguing. I think it will be entertaining. I think everything about that fight will be spectacular. I think the build-up will be insane because you've got two guys that are crazy. I'm really, really looking forward to that one. Really am. I have no idea. I mean, I say no idea. I'd have to edge to Fury. I mean, Fury is the #1 heavyweight on the planet. He's much bigger than Alexander Usyk. The mind games, and I feel like Usyk plays mind games without actually, it's not mental warfare, but there's things that he does that if I'm fighting him would kind of get under my skin a little bit. That won't affect Fury, and none of that will affect Fury. So I'm looking forward to it, I really am. I think as much as everyone says they're boxers and it's almost going to be a case of, you know, it's boring because you've got two pure boxers in there, I don't think it will be. I think they'll have a scrap, I really do. Looking forward to it, fingers crossed it gets made. Dimitri Bivol, Gilberto Ramirez came face to face in Abu Dhabi yesterday. Look, it's a great fight. It's a great fight. A lot of people have Gilberto Ramirez as a top 5 light heavyweight. Most people have Dimitri Bivol as #2 behind Beterbiev. So you got #2 versus #5. You can't complain. And Eddie looks like he's building a good card as well. I saw that Joe Cordina was on there against, is it Rakhimov, I think? Is it Rakhimov? Let's have a look. I don't want to get that wrong. I'm sure it was. Yeah, Rakimov. And who else is on that card as well, which I thought was interesting? Chantel Cameron versus Jessica McCaskill for the undisputed, which is what I thought was interesting, undisputed at 140 pounds. Obviously, McCaskill's going to come down. She's undisputed at 147. But what does that mean for Callie Reese? Has Callie Reese been stripped? Remember, it was supposed to be Callie Reese versus Chantel Cameron, almost a mini sort of super series tournament. Chantel Cameron done her work against Mary McGee, and Callie Reese beat, I can't remember who she beat again. Obviously, Callie Reese has had problems outside the ring, but I've seen a lot of stuff with Callie Reese now. Her acting career is going up. She's doing so much out of boxing, and I do wonder, I think Callie Reese is what, 35, 36. I do wonder if maybe she's thought, let me kind of just stick to that for now. Or maybe she's been sort of, maybe there's an agreement where she fights the winner, because she's obviously had to have vacated or been stripped. She hasn't fought for about a year now, so there could be an argument to say that she might have been stripped. I think she's vacated and she's been promised the winner, which is good. It's good for her. Problem with that is if this fight is so good, there's a good chance to do it again. And I think McCaskill Cameron's going to be really, really good. Quickly back to the Bivol Ramirez thing. Remember, there was a lot of talk, and I know this for a fact, about Bivol versus Buatsi. And the reason I know this is because when I went to America to cover the Ryan Garcia fight, I spoke to someone at Golden Boy, and I said, what's going on with Bivol Ramirez? And they said Bivol Ramirez is like 80% done. And I said, why 80? They said, oh, because Buatsi's trying to get the Bivol fight. So Buatsi was clearly trying to get the Bivol one. Buatsi looks like he's going to go down to the Jean Pascal route now. Lou DiBella won the purse bids. People get so caught up with who wins purse bids. I just let them fight. I don't care where it is, let them fight. So DiBella won the purse bids for Pascal Buatsi, so it looks like that fight probably will happen over here because Frank Warren has a relationship with Lou DiBella. What I'm trying to get at anyway here is, I'm not very keen on seeing Buatsi Pascal, if I'm honest with you. I know it's an IBF eliminator or final eliminator, but I'm not really keen on it. Jean Pascal, you know, he's a good gatekeeper, but he's done. He's done as a top level fighter. I actually think, if I'm honest with you, I think it's a step down from Richards. Richards is still very, very serviceable, has a lot to offer. Pascal, he's retired about 2 times, Pascal, and then he's come back. And I'm still not quite sure what the situation is with Pascal and when it comes to performance enhancing drugs as well. Just putting it out there. The fight I want to see, and you guys know where I'm going with this, Beterbiev is injured. It should have been Beterbiev Yarde coming up in October in the UK, which, look, good luck to Yarde, by the way. If you want to get that world title fight, no one's going to blame you, right? You're going for it. You're taking on the great Beterbiev, the #1 in the division, pound for pound, the free belt, all the marbles, whatever. It really, though, should be Yarde Buatsi. Like, what are we doing? That should be the fight. If you can't make Bivol Buatsi for a world title fight, and right now Beterbiev is injured, so you can't make Yarde Beterbiev until, what, next year? Beterbiev's got a hand injury. Then you go Yarde Buatsi, man. You go Yarde Buatsi. It's a big fight. It's O2 Arena. And the good thing about that fight, yeah, because if we're being brutally honest, if Buatsi was going to fight Bivol, I think majority of people would say Bivol wins. If Yarde fights Beterbiev, I think most, if not everyone, would say that Beterbiev wins. Now, if these two get it on, you're more confident of the winner of that fight, so Yarde Buatsi, than going against any of those guys. Because you're like, okay, they're ready, right? They're ready for it because the winner of that now is definitely 100% world level. I don't know if you can say they are right now. I'm not sure you can say they are. And for me, nothing beats a domestic dust-up for me. Nothing beats it. But look, I understand, you know, the rewards in fighting a Bivol and the rewards of fighting Beterbiev are maybe bigger than the rewards of fighting each other. But Bivol wasn't there because he's fighting Ramirez, and Beterbiev isn't there because he's injured. It sells out the O2 Arena. It does, the O2 Arena. It 100% does. And if you're Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn, right now you're thinking your guy's the favourite. Like, for me, it's the first time that they'll both be putting their fighters up, and it's a 50-50 fight. Like, normally if Eddie chucks a fighter over to Queensbury Promotions, doesn't really think they're going to win. And the same thing about Queensbury Promotions fighting on Matchroom or DAZN. This time it's a 50-50 scrap. It really is. I guess the only problem is, if I'm Frank Warren, I'm Yarde fights on my platform. If I'm Eddie Hearn, and I think we've seen this recently, I'm not too sure if he might be okay with Buatsi going on another platform. I think, look, he didn't win the purse bids. He could have blown DiBella out the window, out the water. didn't win the purse bid. So there's a good opportunity, I think, for Buatsi to go over there and fight. I mean, I think the only other time where they've both had fighters that I thought were 50-50 fight was, in recent times anyway, was Demetrius Andrade versus Billy Joe Saunders. But in recent times, they've not really had that. So for me, all roads should be leading to Yarde Buatsi, all roads. But looks like it isn't going to happen. I think Yarde is going to sit it out and wait for Beterbiev's hand to heal. Again, I don't blame him. It's 3 world titles, I get it. And not only that, but you know, you're bringing Beterbiev over to the UK as well. You're going for greatness. I get that. But I just still don't think you can go from Lyndon Arthur, and this is not a slight on Lyndon, but you can't go from Lyndon Arthur to Beterbiev. You can't. That jump mad. Whereas Lyndon Arthur, Buatsi, and if you win that, Beterbiev, I like that. And the same for, by the way, it's the same for Buatsi. I don't think you can go Craig Richards straight to Bivol. I think Craig Richards, good win, good fight that, by the way. Yarde, Bivol. But we'll see. And you know what the scary thing is as well? If Bivol beats Ramirez, or even if Ramirez beats Bivol, by the way, people are going to scream for an undisputed. People are going to scream for it. And that might be a problem. Obviously, look, I'm sure that Yarde's got a contract, and I'm sure Frank's looking over that contract, and it's all fine. But people will scream for Beterbiev versus the winner of that one, undisputed, which then supersedes everything. Supersedes everything. Supersedes all mandatories, all that stuff. And undisputed supersedes that. Interesting. What do you make of Matchroom going over to Abu Dhabi? I'm not complaining because that means I'm on that plane, but it's interesting, right? How a lot of the fights now, well, you know, I didn't expect this one. Like this wasn't like the kind of fight where I thought they would sort of lap up, you know, Bivol versus Ramirez. I didn't think this was it, but it's all good, right? It's all good. Canelo motivated. My goal is to end Golovkin's career. We'll see. He is motivated, right? I mean, this is a guy that's coming off that performance against Bivol. You know, he got an L there. We know Golovkin didn't look good against Murata, but I'm telling you now, don't sleep on Golovkin. Do not sleep on Golovkin. This is ridiculous. Canelo still open to facing Usyk at a catchweight. It's difficult, but I like that kind of challenge. No, you do not, sir. No, you do not. You'll get destroyed. He would get destroyed. What catchweight? What are you gonna do? Bring Usyk down to 200 pounds or something? I don't understand. Like he'll get annihilated by Usyk. Too big, too strong, too skillful. Like literally every single box. Like as much as Canelo's a good boxer, Usyk's a better boxer. As much as Canelo is big and strong, which he kind of is. Usyk's much bigger and much stronger. He's much more experienced if you add in the amateur record. Usyk would annihilate Canelo. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. Mayweather, another exhibition fight, this time against Asakura. Look, if they're going to pay him, then good luck to him. Obviously, they're paying him stupid money for these exhibition fights. Asakura is a YouTuber that's turned fighter. Oh, Jesus. Joseph Parker details new motivation to regain heavyweight title. Can't wait for this fight. I'm so upset that this fight is on the same day as Lee Wood versus Mauricio Lara. It's ridiculous. But I really can't wait for this fight. Joseph Parker, Joyce. Honestly, it's like this is the problem we have right now in the heavyweight division. Everyone is only interested in like the top 3 or 4 guys fighting for some reason. There's some great fights that can be made. Like I think Luis Ortiz and Ruiz this weekend is going to be a really good fight, really exciting for what it is. Helenius Deontay Wilder, great fight by the way. Honestly, we'll do a separate video on that one because that's a banana skin. And then we got this one, Joseph Parker, Joyce. What a fight this is! Because everyone's acting like Joyce can't be beaten. You know, the juggernaut thing. I get it. Joseph Parker is vastly improved on the Andy Lee. What a fight that is. What else have we got here? By the way, I like that Joe Cordina at Rackham fight, by the way. I think it's a really good first defense. Really good first defense. And who knows, right? I mean, if he gets past that, which he should, and Shakur Stevenson gets past Conceição, which he should, then boy. Ruiz here saying Wilder would be an amazing fighter. Not overlooking Ortiz, but easy to make. Abnormal's saying, I'm already a Hall of Fame fighter. I don't know if you are, you know. When you look at that Hall of Fame, yeah, and you look at the people that don't get in, you guys, I don't know if you guys do it when you look at the list of all the fighters that are up for election, is that right? Up for putting into the Hall of Fame. You look at the ones that don't get in. It's insane. So Abnormal saying a Hall of Fame fighter, he ain't getting in. Tell you now, he might need to do some more work, and I know he's coming out of retirement, isn't he? Canelo here on Joshua's meltdown. You never know what happened in his camp. Need to respect that. No one knows really, do they? No one really knows. There'll always be a few people. It's almost a bit like the AJ Andy Ruiz, and everyone's like, what happened to AJ? Even that's still a bit of a mystery, but I don't know. I still feel like the meltdown was a moment of madness. I've already had my say on it. A moment of madness. You know, you put everything into beating someone, and then you just realize you can't beat them. That must be quite difficult to take. But yeah, let's see. I mean, AJ's looks like he's back soon, going to fight in December. A few names have been mentioned. I've seen Otto Vollin's name keeps appearing. That one doesn't seem to be going away, so there could be an Otto Vollin situation there. I saw Eddie say something like, him versus Dillian White's a stadium fight, and I'm like, it ain't a stadium fight. I mean, I guess, look, AJ, we'll see, right? I mean, AJ, you know, let's see if he still has that pulling power. I guess he probably does, but like, park the stadium fight thing for a while with AJ. Just fight at the O2 Arena, dude. And then I saw he said that he wants AJ to kind of do fights all over the world. So it's going to be a comeback fight in December, and Otto Vollin kind of makes sense if they're looking at it like that, like a comeback fight, and then a biggie in the new year. And I guess they're thinking Dillian White's that biggie. Yeah, I don't know. I like, if they're getting really serious in terms of a biggie, then it's got to be, obviously, for me, it's got to be Wilder or Joe Joyce. I think if Joe Joyce beats Joseph Parker. What are we looking at? Chad Dawson here. Remember him? Bad Chad Dawson. I really thought he was going to be incredibly special. Like, we'll be talking about Chad like now, the way we talk about Andre Ward just didn't work out for him. I remember he had that fight Andre Ward against super middleweight. Andre Ward drained him down for 175. It was never the same. I think GGG will get the victory this time. A few people are picking GGG. Let's see how it plays out. Oh, here it is, the Buatsi Pascal thing. The Bella Entertainment won the bid with 975,000, outbids Matchroom. This is interesting, this one, because a lot of people have obviously, you know, Eddie's lost it out again. It depends how much value Eddie thinks Buatsi's worth. Like, what does he think he's worth? I don't, like, we look at it as though I look at it like Buatsi's one of the stars of Matchroom. But obviously they look at the numbers and they're like, well, maybe he isn't, from a number perspective. From someone that can go and win a world title, 100% has to be up there. But in terms of just numbers, they might not think he's worth the 975. They might not. I mean, I don't know how long Buatsi's got left with Matchroom. Why do I feel like it's only 1 or 2 fights? Maybe they're thinking, you know, we tried, it hasn't worked. Who knows? I don't know what's going on behind the scenes there. But yeah, so it's not just that it's a big, sorry, someone's screaming, a little kid screaming. It's not that it's a big blow per se. It's a big blow that's a fight card, isn't it? Like, that's a DAZN fight card right there. Headline by Buatsi versus Pascal, and then you build it. So now they're going to have to look at someone else for that spot. That's the thing. Fury trainer on Alexander Usyk. He can be a threat to Tyson. Tyson's been knocked down before. He's a massive threat to Tyson. I know a lot of people out there are like, oh, if Fury wins, too big. Usyk is a massive, with a capital M, threat to Tyson Fury. Boy, man, Usyk is so good. He is so good. And Tyson Fury is a good boxer, very good boxer. He's not as good as a boxer as Alexander Usyk. I'm telling you that now. He's not. Just simply isn't. Argue with yourself. All right, what else are we looking at? Anything else? This is interesting. We'll end on this one, actually. Robert Garcia wants Anthony Joshua to hold next camp in California. Agreed. 100%. Like, this is the one thing I critiqued AJ about. I thought the Robert Garcia point was a good one. I still think it is a good one. But I was like, why is Robert Garcia who has his own gym in Oxnard, California, his own gym, own setup. Why is he flying out to Loughborough like be in a boxing gym? First of all, why is he flying out to Loughborough to train AJ? Made no sense to me. No sense. And look, no doubt in Loughborough they would have everything that Robert Garcia could have wanted, but he's got his own setup. AJ needs to fly out to California next time. He needs to. Let's hope that relationship stays, by the way. Anything else? All right, I think we are pretty much done. Yeah, we are done. Guys, well, I'm going to do a separate Andy Ruiz. I might do it right now, actually. Andy Ruiz, Luis Ortiz video. Find that fight very intriguing. For the sake of the sport, I hope Ruiz wins, but I'm a big Luis Ortiz fan as well. Peace and love.